Yeah.
So, business school students who are interested in entertainment and media, there are not many of us at Harvard Business School, but there are some.
That's a good number. Yeah, we got a club with about 150 members.
Oh, wow, that many, I didn't realize.
Yeah.
So, what are the challenges that they face, or what are the, or more positively, what are the opportunities out there for MBAs who are interested in this, in the entertainment and media industry broadly defined?
Absolutely. So, challenges, I mean, one thing that I find very difficult is I'm head of a club, but it really is such a broad industry. I mean, I would say I'm pretty knowledgeable on film, Hollywood, and kind of the LA side of things, TV a little bit. But if someone comes in interested in music, I'm kind of blank for them. I don't really know much about it. Can't really help. So it's very broad, and as a result, when you come in, if you think you're interested in entertainment, you need to kind of know what you're looking for to hone your search, because there is a lot out there. So last year myself, I knew I was interested in films, but I wasn't sure if I was looking to do maybe the creative side a little bit, which is sort of what I've done in my personal time a lot, or more of sort of business side and focus on like corporate strategy, things like that. That really the roles that MBAs tend to have a lot more. I mean, MBAs are designed for a lot more than creative stuff. So, but I mean, opportunities-wise, just coming to school. I mean, a big reason for me coming was I wanted to break away from the consulting game and kind of be in a position where I could explore again.
Right.
And HBS was a great chance to do that. The club was a great resource for me. So, treks, conference, things like that.
Yeah.
Just really provided all those opportunities to meet the right people, people I wanted to talk to. And then, I mean, alumni database is another great resource, and people tend to be very open to chat. So you just call people up, you kind of figure out what you want to do, and then you got to throw in the applications and really jump for it. I mean, some people will go more for the creative side. That's definitely different than what the MBA is sort of training you for, but you can still do it. I mean, Erin May is a great example. She's, I don't know if she's locked down what she's doing yet, but I know she has an offer to go be a creative development executive at a production company. I mean, that's... People spend years in Hollywood trying to get that position.
So how did she get that position? Obviously, I don't know if you know the story inside and out.
So I don't know.
How does one get that sort of? If they're an MBA, they know they want to work in creative.
So the normal path to these positions is you go work in the mailroom at an agency or something. You get yelled at for a long time. You spend a couple years in the mailroom, a couple years then hopefully you get bumped up to a desk as an assistant. Several years there, and then, I mean, the way I understand it is there's a lot of luck when and where you get pulled up. You just need to find an opportunity, know the right people, and then you can get pulled up to eventually like a development executive position where now you're reading the scripts, you're kind of putting the thoughts on them, you're giving the thoughts back and working with the writers directly versus just making the calls,
Right, absolutely.
As an MBA, I think, a huge thing for Erin, she worked at CAA in the agency, so she has this background a little bit. But then last summer, I mean, instead of going for a typical kind of MBA job, she went for it. She worked with a producer, who's probably another good example because he was an MBA, and was basically reading scripts all summer. And I mean, I saw her out there a few times. She was working harder than anyone I knew. Like, she'd be up till the AMs very often, just like cranking through scripts. She basically poured her heart and soul into it, which is what you have to do. And then it seems like it's paying off because the offer that she does have, I mean, I actually know that I met that producer last summer. He's a very big John Davis.
Okay.
So
what has he done?
So major movies he's done, like he did the original Predator, so he's kind of got that. But I mean, more recently, he does some of the Garfield and stuff like that. Let's just get some money. But he's also did like Chronicle, which is a pretty cool movie, the kind of handheld superhero one. Those are all the ones coming to me. I know he's done several more, and I know he has a good list. But like definitely a sharp guy, knows how to pick good movies, and so he's got an offer out to her. So that's really impressive. And then Dan Lin, I think, is another great example of an MBA kind of going for it full on. I don't know his story as well, but I know it was kind of a similar thing where he didn't go for just the MBA job again. He said, I'm willing to take like the big pay cut and do something. I mean, from what I've heard, it's like a $40K a year job. And the rumor I've heard is that career development at HBS got in touch with him and said, is this actually what you're earning? Are you sure you didn't leave out a 1 in front of it or something? And he's like, yeah, it is. And there's okay, well, I guess fine. And he went for it. I mean, and it's paying off big. Now he's produced the 2 Sherlock Holmes movies and Gangster Squad, things like that.
That's great.
So it's all about if you're going to go to that creative route, you need to have that passion for it. And you need to be willing to say, I'm not going to get what most MBAs are going to get right out the gate.
Right.
So that's sort of the fundamental piece.